Hey everyone, I'm Corianne Moore, your independent Norwex consultant, and I'm here to tell you about the Household Package Plus today. If you're new to Norwex, I'm going to bring you up to speed on what makes their microfiber so special. So microfiber, in order to be considered microfiber, has to be 1/6 of the size of a human hair. And there's a fly in the video. Don't mind him. So if you took one of your pieces of hair, I know girls, you've all done this. You get a split end, right? And you go whoop and you pull it apart, okay? Into two pieces. Pretty fine. So 1/6 of a size of a human hair is almost microscopic, right? Well, Norwex is 1/200th of the size of a human hair. That's how fine it is and how microscopic it is. So if you took one of our cloths, this is called an Enviro cloth, and you unraveled it, you would go from Canada way down past the Gulf of Mexico. It's a lot of microfiber. The second thing about it that is so unique and different, because this is industrial strength microfiber, okay? It's not something that you can just pick up in the store. So what makes it unique is it has microsilver embedded in the fibers, which means it's antibacterial. So it's not like your other cloths that you have laying around the house that get all stinky and stiff and nasty. It's going to be able to self-sanitize. So we'll get into that a little bit more. And then the last thing is, instead of being woven into a cylinder, it's woven into more of a star shape, so that when you're wiping a surface, it's pulling everything up into the cloth and off of the surface. So with this Enviro cloth, E stands for everything. And if you can see, I don't know, I'll come in nice and close. If you can see on the tag, it says backlock. That means that it has the silver in it and that it's antibacterial. So you can watch for that on all of the tags in our products to know which ones have backlock and which ones do not. Okay, so when you're ready to use this cloth, you get it wet in the sink and you wring it out really well so that it's just damp, and you fold it into quarters. This will give you 8 clean sides. You're going to keep flipping and flipping, reverse, flip, flip, and all the way around to the other side before you have to go back to the sink and rinse it out, okay? That stuff, the gunk, the grime, the dirt, the germs, they're all going to get pulled up into the center of the cloth. You don't have to worry about it transferring to other surfaces as you clean. So you're just going to wipe your surfaces with the cloth flat. And when you wipe a surface, it's going to remove 99% of bacteria. Now, there are wipes that you can buy at the store, and they will remove up to 99% of bacteria as well. But the problem with those is you have to keep the surface wet for 4 minutes. Are you keeping the surface wet for 4 minutes? I wasn't keeping the surface wet for 4 minutes. So if you have time to keep wiping and wiping and getting new wipes and wiping for 4 minutes, then you are going to love me, because I am going to shorten your cleaning time down so fast and save you so much money and get rid of all those harmful chemicals so that you're not using chemicals on your surfaces. Now you can use this literally on almost any surface. I use it on my countertops, I use it on my toilet, my shower, my bathtub, my couch, my carpet. My husband got grease on my stairs. I love him. He has my heart. Thank goodness, or else I would not clean up after him. So I took the grease right out of our carpet with just this Enviro cloth and water. Okay, it's amazing. It will do so much for you. Now, second to go with that cloth is our polishing cloth. This is also called the window cloth. Okay, so this is for all your shiny surfaces. If you have dark granite, you are gonna love this, because you're gonna wipe your granite with your Enviro cloth wet, dry it and polish it with your window cloth. You're gonna get a beautiful shine. You're gonna love it. Stainless steel, windows, mirrors, chrome, anything that has a shiny surface that you want to polish up and make it look really nice, this is what you're going to use it on. You are going to love these on your windows and mirrors. No more cleaners spraying on and then wiping and smearing. No more smudges, because you're just using water. So you're going to get rid of all of that, and you're not going to need that anymore. These are going to be your best friends. Sometimes called Bert and Ernie, sometimes called Mom and Dad. The third thing in the package is the dust mitt. So if this is mom and dad, this is the child. Okay, now we all know that one child cannot keep itself entertained and happy. You need two. So I'm a little bit stuck up. I'm kind of a Norwex snob. I have 2 dust mitts because this is a really thick plush microfiber. It's different from the Enviro cloth and the polishing cloth. That thick plushness is going to pick up all the dust and dirt really well for you. So when you're dusting surfaces, it's just going to pick it right up. It's going to stay in there. These work on static. So that's the other reason why it's nice to have two, because you can rub them together. The other thing is when you're picking up and you're dusting under things, you're not leaving fingerprints on all your knickknacks and picture frames. So trust me, you want a second one. So invest in a second one. It's totally worth it. Okay, and then lastly is the Enviro Wand. Now, the Enviro Wand, I call these fingers. Come up nice and close so you can see. Sorry, I know this is not the best filming location. I call these the little fingers. So anything you can't reach with your dust mitt, you're gonna want the Enviro Wand for. This works great on log walls, rough surfaces with the fingers, okay? It doesn't snag and catch, so it's awesome. The other thing that's so great about this is it's bendable. So what am I gonna do with that? It makes a lovely hat and earmuffs, yes, but that's not what it's for. Okay, so on my ceiling fan, I'm going to pull and dust. No more chase the ceiling fan game where you got to go around and around in circles. As much fun as that is, I'm trying to save you time and money. So we're not going to do that anymore. You're going to bend it over your ceiling fan. Upper kitchen cabinets, if you have them, you're going to bend it one time and then go around those upper cabinets, okay? If they're really deep, make it as big as you want. Go deep if you need to go deep, okay? This will shape to whatever you need. In the car, amazing. French fry zone in between the seats, okay? Awesome, you will love this. It's so great. If you have high ceiling fans and high kitchen cabinets, the handle comes off. You can put our mop extender pole right onto this and you're gonna get about another 6 feet. And if that's not enough for you, let me know. I know how to get even more out of it, okay? And then, so that's all for the Household Package Plus, one of my absolute favorite packages. You are going to be able to clean up to 90% of your home with just water and these products. My next video, we're going to talk about the mop. The mop has a dry pad, very much like our dust mitt. So you get that plush microfiber for dusting and sweeping your floors, basically. I say sweeping lightly. So you don't have to use a broom anymore. And then we have a wet pad with the anti-bac, which is going to be very similar to the Enviro cloth. So you can get that same clean up to 99% of germs and bacteria off of your floors as well. Okay, so last thing about how to care for these products. Of course, I'm not going to tell you about caring for these products without telling you about our awesome laundry care. No fabric softener, no bleach when you're washing your cloths. The best thing to use is our Norwex laundry detergent. You're gonna want that anyway because it has no fillers. I literally use a half a teaspoon of detergent in my front load HE machine, okay? So it's totally worth the money. It's one of the best values in the catalog if you have a front load machine. But when you are using these daily, you can just rinse it out under the sink, give it a good scrub with hot water, as hot as you can stand, wring it out. Again, I go into quarters, then over again, and give it a good twist. Wring it out as dry as you can, hang it by the tag. Some people are like, oh, I cut my tag off because it was bugging me. Yeah, no, you need that. Hang it by the tag on a hook, give it up to 24 hours to self-sanitize. So you're not gonna be washing these every single time you use them. You're gonna love that. That's what that silver is in there for. That silver is gonna keep it from having bacteria grow. Bacteria cannot exist where silver is. So that's part of the benefit of having that silver. Okay, that's it. I can't wait to see you in my mop video. Talk to you soon.